We are here today to announce that the Justice Department has secured felony guilty pleas from the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance.
Actually, it's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Largest virtual.
Binance.
Binance. And let me be clear. It's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
Morning everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have to talk about some very bullish things. We have to prepare for Liftoff, as mentioned in the title of this live stream, and we're having some big institutions discussing the entry into Bitcoin with their board. So that is going to happen. Also a little bit a look at the news. We have some Bitcoin metrics. We have something coming from the miners that could be very interesting to look at. So all in all, bullish stuff for Bitcoin and also for Vivi, because we have signs of life from the Veveverse, and we're going to look at that as well. There's going to be a video there is a video already that we can look at, and there is going to be a live stream, a walkthrough that also I will show you where to find it, which is not out yet. But yeah, make sure to stay all the way through. And so good morning to each and every one of you. It's the freaking Friday, which is very good, right? Because this Friday, usually, if you're in the hamster wheel, ends a little bit earlier. That's for sure the case for me today. Last day of the week, like a big week behind us. We've gone with Bitcoin through red and green in a very short time frame. So in this week, we have hit 69,500, subsequently went to 64,900, and now we're back up. Yesterday we've been at 68k, now we are just under it. So a very volatile week, but it still feels like sideways, even though we have a nice and juicy breakout. Like better than I would ever imagined it. It still feels like sideways. It still feels not like this Uptober. It feels more like Choptober. So that's where we are. But I would like to ask you very nicely to smash up the like button quickly here for this live stream. Very important for YouTube content creators to get the likes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, with notifications on, and let's jump right into the action. Okay, so for Bitcoin, by the way, Gearthen is also here again. Gearthen is here. Yo, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's jump right into it. So we have our perfect bounce. We have been bouncing quite a bit here on the daily, and now today the day starts out a little bit red as we are encountering resistance here. So what I could imagine is that maybe even until the elections we're just going like this. It is a possibility, or that before the elections somewhere at some point we are coming out, and maybe, I mean, here you see it better how this range works, right? Also how our retest works. Maybe before the elections at some point there's more news, more polls coming out, maybe that gives a turnaround. But I wouldn't be surprised if for Bitcoin we are going to bounce in this range a little bit more. How long is very hard to say, but you also know that today is the last day where you can expect some volatility before the weekend, and then on the weekend things are usually sideways, so that is what could be happening here. Overall, I think until the elections we have to live with this zone more or less, and on a broader scheme of things, it's very clear what is happening. Let me just stretch this out for you. So again, we have our breakout, close outside. We have our big fat retest with the candle exactly to the bull flag. We have been already buying all the way up on this retest. So the likelihood that this week closes in 2 days and 20 hours, just like we are right now, or somewhere there and thereabout, is very high, maybe even better. So that is for sure a good thing, right? Then also it is imminent. It looks weird here because of the this is from monthly, but imminent is a cross of the TSI, a bullish cross, if nothing super bad happens right now. The bullish cross, as you know, of the MACD is already there. So we're looking forward to have the last week of October really in the up, right, in the upper region. So but if you're looking at the last weeks before, we should be green already for the October. So that is almost a given now. We will see. The month has less than a week to go. We are expecting the monthly candle to close somewhere in this area, this is only a couple of more days, and it looks very, very good, very promising. So the monthly close outside of this should give us then the fuel to propel into bullish November. Good morning, Patrick. So let's get to the stuff. But first, a quick look at the news. I saw some interesting things here from a general perspective. So first of all, major airlines are cutting services to China or quitting entirely amid low travel demand because of high costs. So apparently, who knows why, but people don't want to go to China. At the same time, China continues to be in the news. China's steel exports expected to falter in 2025 as pain from tariffs spread. And also, Japanese yen very weak. So these are all things. Tesla stock, though, soars by 22%. Best day in over a decade on Musk's 2025 growth projection. Plus, thing that they did not write is that they also revealed that they didn't sell any Bitcoin until Q3, which was speculated because some was moved. So that all is fine, right? So yeah, Patrick Bultman, good morning to you. Luca Petric, what is going on? Morning legends, happy Freaky Friday. Yeah, absolutely. And once again, if you haven't yet, then don't forget to smash up the like button here. This one is also super funny. I want to show you this. So Gensler got a little bit roasted here on the British Bloomberg. So let's look at this quickly. It's only a couple of seconds long, but it's funny.
Talking of disclosures, one disclosure from former President Trump is that he would fire you, ultimately. Unsurprising to you, I'm sure.
So, Caroline, I'll let you go to your next question.
A lot to get on with, and your term is what, until June 2026? But will it run until then? Many feel that perhaps not. Talking of disclosures, one disclosure from former President Trump is that he would fire you, ultimately. Unsurprising to you, I'm sure. So,
Caroline, I'll let you go to your next.
So, anyways, not on permaloop as much as we'd like that. So, Gensler is I think he's well aware of the likelihood that he has only 9 days left or something like that. British Bloomberg going a bit on the roast. Let's talk about miners. So Riot, the mining firm Riot, is about to 4x their hash rate and hit 100 exahashes in the coming years. So that's basically the race to the mining power. And it's basically the historical exahashes of Riot here, and then the expansion that they have planned for the next years to come, or better, for the next decade, right? So it's 2027 plus. Behind me, like behind my screen here, you can see it as well. Put it like that. But what's interesting is that they're expanding, and then they have the Kentucky farm, and then Kentucky future expansion and additional growth, assuming full build out, of course, Kentucky and so on, capacity. So obviously assumptions in here that could change along the way, but we see that mining firms, the biggest, like Riot, they are preparing for an ongoing development of Bitcoin, right? So all this FUD around regulation and maybe we forbid Bitcoin, everyone, like big institutions, countries like El Salvador and Bhutan, but also mining firms, they are betting on that this is not going to happen, and that Bitcoin gets more adoption, and that Bitcoin will rise in price and will continue to be the mathematical function against currency debasement. This is also interesting because apparently the board of Microsoft, right, is voting against a certain proposal here. So what's this proposal? In the latest SEC filing, Microsoft disclosed that assessment of investing in Bitcoin has been proposed as a voting item for the December 10 shareholder meeting. However, the filing notes that the board recommends voting against this proposal. So interesting is one of the shareholders of Microsoft is BlackRock. Maybe it was BlackRock that voted for it, so that they somehow can, I don't know if that's even possible, but BlackRock voting for it, then Microsoft has to buy BlackRock ETFs to get Bitcoin, or buy directly Bitcoin. But here we see assessment of investing in Bitcoin. The board recommends against voting this proposal. So we will see if Microsoft maybe will adopt this. So that could be an interesting one. And here we also see it a little bit more. Another screenshot. I don't know where people get all of this, but I think it's open because it's like public listed stock company. So proposal to be voted on during the meeting. We see here also that we have here Microsoft's management is behind that. These screenshots let's put it here. So Microsoft's management already carefully considered this topic. So Microsoft management is aware, obviously, and considered the topic to invest in Bitcoin. I think it's only a question of how good MicroStrategy will do in the next, if they don't do it right now, if shareholders are making the call and are investing now, it will be crazy, because then they have to buy at current prices plus whatever is pumping, because the information will be out before the Bitcoin is even bought. By the way, let me know quickly if I'm lagging with my camera or something like that, because I see here on my screen that sometimes the camera is lagging. So it would be interesting from you to know if the camera is really lagging or if that's only my PC mirror. Because then I have to do something about it for the next stream. So this one here, now Bitcoin is the best investment, right? Over the last years. I think it's undebated and no comparison stands against it. But here we see it's hard to imagine, but last year, sometimes we have to get a little bit more perspective. Look at 2023. Last year, we were at 33,000. We were just coming out of the slump. And in 2022, we were only at 19,000 Bitcoin price, which is crazy, right? So it feels like we have been at 60K forever. But actually, we didn't. We were at 60K in 2020. Yeah, it feels like we have just been flatlining since 2021, and that's just not the case. Hey, Domvu, what's going on? Nice words for Croatia yesterday. Greetings from Croatia. So you're there. Let me know which city you are from. Also, others that are tuning in. We have now 15 people here. So, guys, smash up the like button, please, for that. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm always curious. Also, I want to know where I have the friends in the world to meet. Yeah. Like, you don't have to post your street address or whatever, right? It's more about the region or the city. Like, what's your city, Domvu? Are you from Dubrovnik or Domvu? Croatian brothers? See, Croatian connection is already in the chat here. Nice. With Luca. So we see here, we put it into perspective. Now we're at basically we're higher as we've ever been before on yearly closes, so to say. But really, let's put this into perspective. Also, the return on investment on a 4-year scale, right? If you look at the last 4 years, the return on investment from 4 years ago, $13,000 return on investment is 400%, compound annual growth rate of 50%. If you look at the last 8 years, coming from $600, you have 10,000% ROI, the return on investment, and about an 80% compound annual growth rate. Like, this is a hell of an investment. And we don't even have to talk about the 12 years where the return on investment is about 500,000%, 587,000%, which is absolutely crazy, right? GMPHs, hey MVE, what's going on? Domvu tuning in from Zagreb, nice. The Matrix Breaker, that is a nice name. I like that. Yeah. Matrix 1, the Matrix 1, like the first movie, is like the must-watch movie for anyone who has, let's say, opened their eyes, right? For anyone who is a little bit awake, like even if you have watched Matrix as a teenager or something like that, and you didn't get it, it was just an action movie and someone bending over to dodge bullets. If you're watching it again as an adult and you have made some kind of an awakening in that time, it's a completely different movie. It is absolutely worth watching again. Okay, SoCal, so nice. That's also a good location to live. I've never been to Zagreb, by the way. Good evening. New all-time high by end of month. I agree. The closer. I agree. Luca Petr says, yeah, I heard the praise too, but couldn't respond because stream was over. PH, next time you go, you need to visit Var Island or oh my god, how Korčula? I will take note. Also, I need what is it called? Like, I have to eat some cevapi with and have a nice pivo, right? The cold pivo. That's what we are there for. Some sun, right? Which you get definitely more. Pivo and some good grilled meat or something like that. Yeah. So Bitcoin balance on exchanges. I mean, the screenshot is a little bit stupid, but I think you see what is meant. Is down here, like crashed. The balance of Bitcoin on exchanges completely crashed here in 2024, right? It's slightly up. You have to see this is on the 24th of October. I first thought that this is like yearly balance, but here it crashed in the last days. So someone took massive amounts off of the exchanges, and that will lead to price shock one day, right? Good luck pronouncing Croatian names. I am confident that that I will fail in this endeavor. Yeah, I'm very confident in that. Also, very crazy. So here's like this Willy Woo he posted. I'm sitting here, 2024. It's Charles Henry Monchot or something like that, CIO for a Swiss bank. He's explaining Bitcoin to clients and why it may be the next global reserve currency. No joke. Really explaining that Bitcoin. So now the last says like Bitcoin is now a tipping point to mainstream. I would say Bitcoin is mainstream in certain investing environments through the ETFs and so on, but we're very far from Bitcoin being mainstream to the people, like people at work, people in my environment. They have no clue how it works, what it is, why they need it. They don't have it yet, right? So what do we see here? The Bitcoin sound money principle combined with the enhanced national provided by L2, I don't know, rationality, enhanced rationality probably provided by L2 solution could enable the creation of a global financial capable of better meeting the development of world's needs, right? So apparently this presentation of this bank is also bullish on altcoins, as we see like L2 solutions and so on. By 2050, Bitcoin might be able to solid and so on, international medium of exchange, ultimately becoming one of, please, why not go step aside, dude. Whatever, right? But it's bullish that they do this, right? Bitcoin number of entities with balance over 1K surges and rises to all-time highs, basically. Bitcoin whales are at 1,678, the highest level since January. And again, these almost 2,000 whales, they all have more than 1,000 Bitcoin. So yeah, there we go. The wallet balance is high on these, and usually when these whale wallets, when it's going up, you're not at the top, right? So usually when the top is reached, they start already selling off, right? So, and they introduce the top, which is not the case yet. So another reminder that we're not at the top yet, right? And also something that usually, because of that, maybe we can take this off for quickly. Something that goes missing on the perspective here of this bull flag is, so we are always looking at it from this perspective and the breakout, right? But what also is true is if you're looking without the lines, you see it, and you see it also in this last one that I showed you. It almost looks like a rounding curving up, right? Rounding bottom, so to say, from the format. What is being like this? Yeah. So I think this looks also super bullish. Am I retarded or something like that? It's like, it looks super bullish, and I really can't understand how so many people can be bearish. And I think this is the perfect combination, by the way. Usually, when you're here at this level, like everyone is confident that now from here we are going to 10x and everyone is going to be rich, like crazily rich and so on. That usually is top signal. But now here we have this breakout, and people are coming to this channel section and they're talking about how the bear market has started, right? Last comment that I got from Health Wealth Gurus, for example, is bear market started on this little correction here. Also, some people like worse than Great Depression, 1929, hyperinflation, World War III, narrative, whatever, right? Guys, in my opinion, obviously it can happen. Like, something can happen, someone drops nuclear bomb on someone else and the whole world goes up in flames. But then also this all doesn't matter anyways, right? But the more likely scenario is that countries see crisis environment, right? They propose a solution. The solution is money printing. The money flows into the markets look better, everyone gets bullish again, and the price soars. Until we find out that all is only built in and out of thin air, right? And then you have the next crash. But until then, it's printing party, and all the governments, they will print. The central banks will print, the governments will run 4 years on it, and then the problem is for the next one to solve, right? So that's going to happen, in my opinion. Mirror image, USDT, nothing has changed since yesterday. DXY seems to might have topped out. DXY might have topped out. It seems to be coming back. We will cautiously be bullish here on the drop of DXY. So here, right? Let's hope that this is the end. Why do we hope that? Because obviously we're not in the dollar, we are in Bitcoin, so we can hope that. Gold sideways, a little bit, little blip, little sideways, but continuation might be happening. So yeah, we will see. Bitcoin still has some catching up to do here with gold, right? So we are not there yet. Let's look also at, sorry, not at VRA, but at others quickly. Altcoins, actually, they didn't get the memo, right? So for the bounce, but it's not a problem. They're just sideways. It seems that there is a price compression going on. So let's look a little bit closer into the lower time frame. We have the breakout. We need. So what I see, right? What we have here is something like this. So it seems that, and this could go on until the elections, right, or something like that. So if you really draw it on the candle bodies, you somehow have something like this, right? 1, 2, and then here, top. So you have enough touch points to justify this. You can compress, and at some point either you break out or you break down, right? It's more like a symmetrical, but I would say chances are higher that we break up together with a Bitcoin move. So let's observe this, but also this would mean that somehow there needs to be a decision on the smaller pattern until in 13 days, right? So 2 weeks of sideways possible for the entire altcoin market, and then there needs something to happen. Enough time for Bitcoin to break out and then altcoins to follow, and Bitcoin dominance still being sideways on that. By the way, Bitcoin dominance is now above 59%, something that some people said would be impossible, right? But again, it's a little bit of a head scratcher here, because we have been breaking out. We are still going higher. It's still Bitcoin season. Altcoins will not benefit from this. Yeah, and memes still sucking up liquidity. So, and this is also, just a couple of minutes ago, I told you, when you're at the top and everyone is talking about how bullish this all is and how this is super. Every time I hear super cycle, I'm like, oh, top indicator, right? Because last bull run, I heard about the Bitcoin super cycle, and the narrative of the Bitcoin super cycle was precisely here, right? Because so here it was the real top, in my opinion. Price comes back. Then this turnaround, like this artificial turnaround, like a bull trap, whatever, right? Inflation driven, whatever. And when this turnaround happened and people were like, oh, this is a higher high, right? To this, that was when they said super cycle. That this time is different and Bitcoin goes into super cycle. And actually I bought into this. I believed this. So if you look at the early videos of my channel, I didn't realize that the whole thing is over until we fell through this, right? I thought that it's all like big patterns here and whatever, right? So I learned a lot since then. But so this was when the narrative of the Bitcoin super cycle going up forever really happened, right? And for meme coins, it's the same at the moment. Like meme coins are pumping hard. Like many meme coins are up 10x, 20x, some 50x. I don't know. Like clearly, if Bitcoin breaks out, rises, there is more possible. But what I'm hearing is all other coins are not going anywhere, and meme coins are in a super cycle, right? And if I hear that, I'm like, is the meme coin top maybe in for now at least? Or what, right? Or is this time different, right? Because usually in the last cycle, meme coins did very well until they didn't, and then all other coins started firing. Yeah. Slickrick says, we need to start the bull, delaying it makes no sense. I mean, we don't have the power to start the bull. I think there's also not a delay. The entire market is looking at the US elections and are waiting for a signal. That is what is happening, in my opinion. Because, as I explained yesterday, markets hate uncertainty. The US elections, once they're over, it's clear who won, there's certainty. Markets like certainty, usually no matter the outcome, right? Even if it's something like a situation, oh, there's war and this and that, right? It's potentially war, markets hate that. They hate that. If there's then really war, markets recover. Yeah, because now we know what's going on. So we will see, but so far so good. Going to be very interesting. Let's look at the market quickly. How are we doing here with our so we have a bigger pump here from Safe, also, and Radium. The rest is red. Let's see here. Gearthan says people are tired of altcoins that have unlocks and VCs dumping on them. With meme coins, there's no minting and unlocks. It's fair launch. Yeah, I think that is a narrative but also be careful. This is a narrative, right? Because many people, they don't even know if there are unlocks or not, if there is inflation or not. Maybe many people just buy like memes are compelling because because it's basically a big gambling market, right? And I'm not saying that the other projects are really with use cases, but the other projects, they have teams, they go to trade shows and so on, right? At some point, the problem is with all these meme coins, at some points people will get burned on them, and then they will look for something a little bit more solid maybe. Because at some point, and this is something that I think is at the moment is not understandable if you're in this Mew or whatever, right? Like cat and the dog's world, or you are in what is like Pepe, right? What some people don't understand is that also in memes, at some point, people will take profit, and someone has to hold the bag, right? So this is not different. It doesn't matter if it's a VC or if it's other people like whales dumping on you, right? So the whole thing is, I mean, you have $4 billion market cap on Pepe, right? At some point, someone has to hold the bag, and it's going to be nasty, right? So we see here, for example, on the Pepe, like it's up quite a bit from 709. It's up quite a bit. It's up 750%. It's up 8.5x. But dev sniping, supply and farming. Yeah, also rug pulls have been very common now and kind of accepted, right? The risk of rug pull has been accepted, whereas less likely to rug pull on a fully doxed fully doxed teams, right? So, and this is my main argument, I would say, against the continuation in the whole cycle of, like, memes will continue. Don't get me wrong. Like this APU here, for example, it could happen, right? That it continues, but like at some point people will be, I don't know, like take VeChain, right? VeChain is around since 5 years. The team is fully doxed. The CEO is on the biggest conventions. Like there are big companies working with them. I got rug pulled 5 times in meme coins. So now I'm going to buy this other coin, like with use case, with trying to build something and so on, right? But I think for altcoins to get the real traction, we need some altcoins really doing something. And one of them is Solana, by the way. One of them is Solana, because Solana is not a meme coin. There are memes on Solana, but Solana is not a meme coin. And let me see if I can pull it up. I had a really nice Solana chart with lines and everything. Let's see. That was not it, but it also looks good. Like Solana big bull flag did not break out yet. Let's see, Bitstamp. Oh yeah, there it is. So we are exactly at this decisive moment right now, right? So here you go, right? So Solana has this price compression going on, and there could be another turn, right? But look at Solana, like this is perfect, like bam, 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 and trying to break out. If it breaks out, $300, right? Here's your flag pole, right? So if it breaks out, it's going to go nuts. Yeah. So Solana is going to be the king in this run, since Ethereum is so weak. I think Solana, like Ethereum will pump for sure, but I think Solana will just be the king. And then I think all the projects that are on Solana will be doing really great. Like what we looked at, like Radium and Pith, and I don't know what, Helium, and is it Helium? No, Helium is on Base, right? Or is Helium on Solana? I forgot. I think Helium is on Solana. Yeah. It's on Solana. Anyways, I think that that Solana is going to do great, and obviously like $311 is only the breakout target, right? It's only the breakout target. So here you have it on the non-logarithmic scale. It's quite a bit, and if you look at like, it's unbelievable to think that in the bear market you could buy Solana for $8. Actually, I was thinking about when that happened. I was thinking about, should I just take $800 and buy 100 Solana? And I didn't do it because of everyone talking about the outages and so on. It was like, oh my god, this is too risky to fail. And so next time when I have a stupid idea, I should just do it, right? Imagine I had 100 Solana now. Yeah, it would have been great. Yeah, but these are the mistakes or the chances that we do not take. Sometimes it haunts us. So yeah, what we see is like some coins are doing well, but overall the altcoins, they are suffering. Oh my god, what is this? What is this? Oh my god, like, okay, so the thing is, though, like here you have a meme coin or whatever, like it has $113 market cap. It's out since a week or something like that. Apparently it has launched pretty big. I have no idea. Like this is like the market at the moment is full of these, and at some point there will be just profits taken on these, right? There will be profit taking on these, and then yeah. You know what happens? A lot of tears. Yeah, it will happen some point. So take your profits at some point, so that you at least don't lose on the gamble. And let's talk about let's not even talk about the ecomi. Let's only talk about Vivi, right? So here's this video. Going to let's watch it. It's like 2 minutes or so, and it's about the Veveverse. So let's watch this quickly. if it loads. What is this, man? Oh my god! Like sometimes the player in Twitter is a little bit stupid. So I wanted to go. I don't want to watch the full thing. There you go. So let's see
this piece, and I want you to have a think about, you know, why we are announcing this now, and why it's, you know, why we haven't done this previously, and a key part of that is, you know, number one, us maturing as an organization and learning about, you know, committing, over committing, under delivering, etc. We've heard feedback. We've, you know, been really focused on doing this, but doing it right. So we are going to show you now what phase one of the Veveverse will look like. We'll give you a little sneak preview now. We would love you to tune in next week. We will share details on our socials of what that will look like. As I've said, it's all about execution. This is just the start of that. So please enjoy the video.
So here we go. They need a sound for this logo. Like,
I was just going to come through here and show you my the marble side of the room.
Oh, we can talk about some comics then, because that's, you know, people have been wanting to do more with their comics.
Exactly. So now, as you can see, if I look over to the right here, we've got the marble sign. You can't have a marble showroom without a marble sign. And you know, as some of our users will know, this marble sign is interactive, so I can simply just click on it, turn it on, turn it off. So all the functionality is in there. You can see that I've added a nice little cluster of plants over here. Some of, like one of the New York Comic-Con images.
Look at Juggy here. Man, Juggernaut looks amazing. Looks really, really good in here.
He does look so cool. All the detail and the textures. Now, he looks really cool because I've lit him just with a single spotlight. And again, you know, I can select that spotlight. And, you know, everything's in real time.
Yeah.
You know, which is so cool with the lighting. You know,
that's
one
actually
of the,
pretty cool with the like the lighting shift, like that you can place the lights and so on. That's pretty cool. I mean, with the figure, I don't even know whether the build is in. I think it was a cavernous, I think is what is used. But they are like the figures. If you see this, we can go back later. They are gliding a little bit, like it looks weird. So it doesn't look like Wilder World or something like that, where you're actually running like. So I think running emotion, like the running animation, is like one of the most important thing in games. Like if it feels smooth or if it feels like a rubber band is pulling you back all the time, right?
Advanced features also, which we won't show today, we'll cover later off, is that we can actually add scripts. So, you know, this light might go back and forth, or it might rotate round.
That's it. That was the teaser. But there's going to be something in short. I mean, this one is probably, this is what people were playing around in the beta, right? This is what people did in the beta. So I think people that got a beta invite, they have been doing this all the time. Like they had this showroom, they could place collectibles and so on. I think that's what it was, right? But here, look at quickly at this running animation.
Then, because that's, you know, people have been
you
wanting
see, like,
to
on
do
the
more
right,
with their
how
comics.
How the figures are like gliding a little bit, like it's not. So this is something that maybe needs improvement in the future. I think the lighting is the coolest thing in this video. The interactiveness of collectibles is also pretty cool. I'm still waiting for comic and showroom. Also, I think there's a 1 of 1 or something like that on the left side here, Scotty Young, which is also nice to see. Yeah, but I think this is great for the collectibles in general. It's not a metaverse in that sense, it's a showroom, right? This first iteration, but as Ben Rose said, it's only a smaller part. And this time, it's not going to be only that. If you look at YouTube here, you see this here. So you see here the Veveverse live premiere showcase episode 1. So there are a couple of things about it. So first of all, this is going to be on the 31st of October. By the way, isn't that the date that the Pokemon TCG comes out? So maybe not the smartest thing to put it on the same day where everyone is playing that, but also let's click to get a notification here. The other thing is it says episode 1. So episode 1 for me means there's also episode 2, right? So they are probably going to have these Veveverse showcases then in a little bit more. I also hope that they will open the beta for people to play around with, because that would mean that I could go here on stream, I could log onto the beta or create videos or something like that, right? So that is nice to see. So this one will be in a week or so, and obviously, I mean, of course, it's all coincidence. It's not has nothing to do with timing the bull run or anything, right? That this comes out on where the breakout basically is confirmed on Bitcoin. Anyways, they're ramping probably up now on this run into a bull run, get the narrative going, and then bring out the maybe bigger stuff like integration of ecomi token into the Veveverse or something like that. That would be the dream. And hopefully, I mean, you see that like the attention on these projects at the moment is really, really low. So look at this here, for example, this Veveverse up, like this NYCC full recap has only about 1.2k or so. It's 6 hours ago that the stream happened. But obviously in a bull run this will have like 40-50k clicks, right, and not 2k. But we will see. I think we'll get there. I think it takes some time. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of conviction to hodl during these times. But so far I think it will pay off, and I'm talking about VV collectibles mainly, right? Yeah. Let's also quickly check on Stacker how what sales we have. So we have some sales. So yesterday a lot of big sales happened. So you remember yesterday we updated on the partner statues. Now we have a very low mint Wolverine Primal Strike that sold. Number 37, we have a Goldbusters logo that sold again. We have another partner statue. We have a 29 Lucky. Also, all of these have about 1,500 floor price, and then Mr. Squibs added 2 more Amazing Fantasy to his collection just a couple of hours ago, at the price point of around $7,000. This is no joke. This guy is stacking. So if you're seeing here, Mr. Squibs has now 34 of these. Look at this. 34. Dr. Profit has 11, and then the rest is like more diluted. But wow, that is crazy. And as you see with the price development, it's a sideways movement. Mr. Squibs is only buying at certain floors, right? So about 5,000. Now the floor hit 6k, right? So this is typical whale behavior before a bull run. To scoop up certain things at the floor without pumping the price, right? So for example, if the next one is then at 7.6k, he'll just stop with this and wait until someone else lists at 6k to liquidate one, and then he scoops it up again. And at some point there's just nothing left over, and then when all the fans come in, you can get way higher prices, right? So clearly 34 is not a collection, that's investing, right? So just so we are clear. So yeah, so far so good. This is that. We are also looking at the VV numbers. We are having a little bit more users, like the ramp up is not so intense anymore, but we're still getting increasing numbers even after that. So we don't have this picture like in the bear market where we had the spike and then the cool off directly. No, we are ramping up. So over the last 4 days, we're gaining like 4 users per day or something like that. and the ongoing day has 2 more users. So if that is really the case, and if these users are coming into the community, like we saw it also on Twitter sometimes, like user profile that is super new, like posting, oh, I got into Vivi, bought my first 10 collectibles or whatever, right? So sometimes you see this. Not everyone is on Twitter. Some people just download it, buy a couple of things, or participate in a drop. Also, yesterday, maybe we can pull this up as well. Yesterday, LeBron James asked about where to get the comics. Where is it? I have replied to him as well. So we can pull this up here. LeBron James, he was asking, best place to order comic books from, used to collect when I was younger, Batman being my favorite. So obviously we don't have the Batman comics on Vivi, but I can order and read from iPad, or best do straight off comic, right? So I said, check out Vivi Official and Vivi Comics, I'd say. Besides the comics, you may want to look at Batman collectibles, etc. Obviously, LeBron James is not going to read all the 4,500 comics, but the cool thing is, one of the high-liked comics is Foster's. Also, Ben Rose here posted is also highly liked. So if you want to push a little bit, you can go to this tweet of LeBron and just like up all the Vivi-related stuff, so that maybe he will see one of these, check it out, and if so, LeBron might be, if he orders some comics or so on this, like also here Dr. Prophet showing the amazing fantasy comic here in AR, maybe he wants to use the reader from the VV Comics platform or so, right? So maybe he wants physical books, but also comics and crypto. Posted this here, so also a lot of views. In general, it gives exposure, no matter what, even if LeBron comes or not, it gives exposure, which is really good. Also Randy here posting, and then Gary V, interestingly also here without any recommendation, but saying the king is talking my language. And then, like, but you see, like, every comment here is from the VV fam, which is right now, like, right there, KCBMW also with the calendars coming in. So a lot of people, like VV itself posted here as well. Let's make it 200. So a lot of people, you see a lot of engagement coming here from VV. So there is a good chance that he at least notices it. Then also Johnny Dunn is bringing up Candy.io, which is also fine. Like if he would buy something on Candy.io, it would be good for the space in general, right? So that is nice. Yeah, so a lot of people helping with the videos here. So this is something that we know from last bull run when there were famous people coming out and having some VV collectibles. Yeah. Let's see. Vitimon is here. Yo, Vitimon, what's going on? PhD. So the Veveverse demos finally. I've been elsewhere periodically checking in and I see this good news. I did see LeBron James asking about Batman comics and VV people giving advice. Yeah, that's exactly that, what we are seeing here. But we will see, like, if LeBron wants to check it out, I don't know. Anyways, make sure to also follow me on Twitter if you want. Other than that, we're enjoying the big Friday. I will be the weekend, I will be gone for the weekend. But on Monday, we will be back with Crypto Morning Coffee, and then we'll take it from there. Maybe video on the weekend, but not sure if I will manage to. I'm also really having to, I want to find a way to go back to the nature walk videos, because first of all, people like them a lot. Secondly, but in a time where you have to show everything on charts, it's super difficult. But I want to have this like nature talk about some aspects of crypto in nature again, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. No, 3 years ago. 4 years ago, I didn't have a channel. But anyway, like, this is also crazy, right? This channel exists only in the bear market. Like, I started this channel when the bear market had already started. I mean, it was still bull market in VV, but that's it, right? Like, in crypto, bear market already had started. So, guys, may I ask you to smash up the like button once more, and wherever you are on the world, have a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon. I catch you in the next one. Have a good one, everyone, and bye.